Yeah. Yeah. Yep, that's about the size of it right there. Time for some Pokemon with the Pokeball controller. Now, you know what? If this game does nothing else neat, it does this neat. This little joker makes Pokemon sounds. It rumbles. You can feel it. It plays the music when you plug it into the dadgum switch. This is a cool little unit. And any of you people out there that are die-hard Pokemon people, if you're not playing with this, I can't imagine why, because this is part of the experience. We're going to see how this thing holds up tonight, though. And let's do it. So yeah, this is supposed to be Judge, Jury, and Executioner. Yeet Meowth. Yeet. Ice Pirate has joined us. Let me share. Please do, Ice. Let everybody know we are live. Yeet, Team Rocket. What do you want? You can't pass through here right now. Well, I wanted to. I want to scrap. John Rogers has joined us. Welcome, JR. So this is Pokemon as it is and ever will be. I'm hoping that the online aspects of this and, you know, the capabilities of the software overall are going to really bring a in-depth and engaging experience to this thing, and that it's not just the same old, same old. Yet I understand that the purists, the Pokemon Pokelords out there, they don't want this to change. They've made that very evident, and it never does, okay? And we're going to talk a little bit about what that means and why I respect that regardless of where we go from here. So far, my Pokemon have not battled at all. I've just been catching them with my Pokeballs, which, while that's very entertaining and kind of almost like a quick time action, I'm ready for some combat. So we're going to see how this does. You must know Professor Oak. Yes. Starting out with a fetch quest. You took the parcel. So, you know, we're moving with this. Okay? You've got the stick. That moves you. This lights up depending on what's going on in many different colors, which is impressive. This is an impressive piece of equipment that only Nintendo could bring you. Man, they're a creative bunch over there. Do you want to head straight back to the lab? Yeah. So they're going to fast travel you. That's cool. Mr. Venegas Games and Toys says, I'm just stopping by and hit that like button. Mr. V, you're making the difference right there, buddy. You're the best. Here's the professor. Mur, back so soon? How is little Eevee doing? Well, she pooped on my shoe and I kicked her upside down. Just kidding. The game is beautiful, first off, and we knew that it would be. That's the whole point behind this thing, is that it's going to win us over with its appearance and its, you know, pizzazz and this little thing. But then it's going to be the same, you know, eventual point A to point B Pokemon goodness, as it were, but that tries to pass itself off as an in-depth RPG, and it isn't. You know, I mean, it's turn-based. I love the combat, but I can sit here all day and tell you what Pokemon needs to do. Here's the irony of it, right? Here's the irony. This is a game about evolving, yet it's never evolved. They won't allow it to. Like when you do the thing with your DS and keep it from evolving, that's what the fans are doing with this game. They don't want an open world RPG, and people talk about it, and they act like maybe they want that. I don't think that's really what they want. I think this is tried and true to them, and they don't want it to change formats. The problem is, we're talking about a game here that you can literally pick any Pokemon, the worst to the best, and beat the game senseless with it. It's not difficult, and there's no real exploration to be done outside of just a couple detours to pick up an item here and there, and that's it. It's the same eventuality, and it's like, you're only going to do that so many times, I think. I mean, people could say the same to me about Call of Duty. Like, how many years in a row are you going to play this crap? But, and it's different to me every year, and maybe this is to them. I loved X and Y. I loved Pearl. You know, by the time Pokemon was a thing, I was pretty much a grown man, and we looked at a Pikachu on a commercial and just laughed at it drunkenly. What is this? God, what are kids going to do with this? Pokemon, I just missed it. I wasn't of an age that I could enjoy it. It didn't appeal to me at that point. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't get really to weigh in on this. I can tell you as an RPG enthusiast what I think would be best for any RPG series regardless, but I understand that the people that don't want this to change, and the people that are the ones that grew up with this on the Game Boy and all that, they're the ones that have the right to weigh in on this. So I'm going to take a step back, but I'm still going to tell you what I think. Because I'm going to tell you, Pokemon Sun and Moon bored me literally to tears and to sleep. They were just, it was a stretch. It was a reach. It was just not, there was nothing there. I just couldn't do it. I could not play the game. It was too boring. Just too boring. All the stuff added in to do, none of which meant anything, and it was just a snore fest. Then on top of that, they bring out Ultra Sun and Moon and force you to buy the game over again. And then all the subsequent releases of DLC, you know, the codes for shiny Pokemon and stuff, and the other thing, only worked on Ultra. So it's like, not only is this a boring cookie cutter, you want me to buy it twice? I'm sorry. I'm still struggling with that one. And yes, we bought the game. You go, just don't buy it. No, we bought it because, I mean, again, X and Y was a try. When we jumped to the 3DS with this, we saw this amazing uptick of quality that rebirthed the series just in that. I think we see that again here in the Nintendo Switch. I think. I mean, I'm obviously not far enough in this to weigh in on that. But I can say that for the purpose of this review, you really got to play this with one of these and just say you did it. It's almost like virtual reality. You just want to try it. I don't know that you're going to be hooked on it for the rest of your life. You do know you can do more with Pokemon than just catch them. If you're okay, we haven't fought yet, and I was like, why am I just catching these things? We got to fight. Here we go. This will be a battle tutorial, and you can see what we're going to do. This has a little ring on it, so you can put it on your finger, so you don't throw it through your monitor. You are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Turd. Releasing 2 games like the old days. Yeah, I mean, at its core, it's like, if that's really what the fans want, I don't want it to change. I want what they want. Because again, I respect that, you know. I wouldn't want them coming up in my game franchises that I love and told me what my stuff needed to be, you know. But I think we are overdue for some kind of evolution or sidestep, because we've sidestepped this with the Rumble Blasts and stuff like that, and those actually are kind of cool. I don't hate them, but can we sidestep it with an open world RPG? Can we just taste that and see what it's like? Just roll it around on the palate a little bit. Yes, you're going to see some expert ball handling here. Alright, so here's the fight menu. That wasn't up before. I thought I was doing something wrong. We are going to tackle. I mean, the animations, the graphics are beautiful, and you can feel everything that happens in the Pokeball. When you capture them, it's nuts. But man, it's like we talk about this Rumble. Okay, there's Rumble. That's a broad term. Everything this thing does is different. It's like there's really something alive in here. You just have to feel it. Only Nintendo could bring you something this nutty. Rockadonk! Pikachu's on the mat. Poor Pikachu. My Bellsprout grew to level 5. My Rattata grew to level 5. So immediately it's like, am I going to play this game with Eevee the whole way? Of course not. We're going to get a Magikarp and just bust all the way. Because that's what I always do. I always beat these games with a crappy Pokemon. But that's to make it more challenging, I guess, because I need that, and it doesn't give you that. These games don't really push back. And I realize who they were originally intended for, but we're grown-ups now. Speaking of grown-ups, we're joined by John from Gen X Grown Up. Your live stream is working like a champ. My world is blown up on my... It is. You've got some amazing numbers. I don't know what went wrong with the notification tonight, but hopefully within 24 hours, whatever that is will be rectified, and those trends will not continue. But the trends of your huge numerical uptick will. Big things happening over on Gen X Grown Up side. Great to see that. Let's battle again sometime. So we got some battling, and that's where we're really going to check this out. But when we go to catch the Pokemon, yeah, you got to throw the ball, and it's like a quick time action, and you're going to line it up with what's on the screen. It's the real deal. Now, I said I wasn't going to complain. Let's complain. In their infinite wisdom, Nintendo has only included one save slot on this game. And I swear to God that's by design, because it works. I'm going to probably have to go out tomorrow and buy Let's Go Pikachu for my wife and daughter to play out there. Otherwise, we can't all play this game. And even then, they're going to have to share an account. We talked about this being the game that made us all end up with our own Switch. So it's like, does that marketing work? Potentially, yes. But most families probably aren't going out to buy 3 Switches this Christmas. So that's almost silly when you think about it. Try to put that on the consumer. That's not even a realistic thing to ask of them. Even though we're that crazy in this household, I imagine most people may just be getting their first Switch for Christmas this year with the release of big games like this and Super Smash Brothers. So a lot to think about there. But yeah, I may be at Worst Buy tomorrow, Best Buy, picking up a copy of Let's Go Pikachu. Yeah, you know, I couldn't imagine what my son would do with this thing if he got a hold of it. He'd probably swallow it. Just look at Eevee. You two are already looking like great partners. Yeah, Labo, I'm sorry, that was a bad idea, but this is neat. This is first party goodness. This is why you buy the console. You put the sportswear in your clothing trunk. Try putting that on eBay. You can go on an adventure in matching clothes. I don't know what that does. Now, does the clothes just, is that an appearance thing? Is that going to add a +2 to attack? I would hope any item is a buff. And what I was seeing in Sun and Moon is that nothing mattered, you know? Combing the crap out of their hair, doing all the extra stuff. It was like a phone app at that point. Like, I'm just touching stuff to do it here. Nothing's really happening. Play with Eevee. You can pet Eevee by placing your hand on it and moving your hand. I'm familiar with this. Alright, so we're going to try to pet. This is going to be weird because we're doing it with... I'm glad you can't see what my hand is doing right now. Oh, that's not the spot. She doesn't like that. Alright, I'm trying. Hold still. Okay, alright. You like that? Well, you like that, do you? Give it a prostate exam here. Alright, backing out. Or we could give it a berry. Can we give it a berry? Okay, let's just back out. I'm too close to the thing for it to really pick up, right? Jester's Gaming Vids is here. Welcome, Jester. It seems like Eevee wants to play. Don't forget to show it some love from time to time. I'll think about it. Right now, we kind of want to get some combat on. We do. Now, maybe we go to the bag. Oh, I did that wrong. To confirm, you have to click down on the stick. Okay, so look at this. We've got a clothing trunk. Choose an outfit for Eevee. Look at this. Sportswear. And okay, so switch to Myrrh. Apparently I don't have anything. But Eevee is dressed to kill. So let's do it. Pidgeys everywhere. Now, we sure don't need another Pidgey, but we may try to catch it just for the sake of it. See, this is what I don't understand, okay? Shouldn't we be fighting this thing right now and not... I mean, usually you have to knock them down a peg before you can catch them, but anyway... See, she'll take off there. We got to make sure that we get it right on, and boom! See, I got an excellent because I threw it right there, got it in the spot. Look at this. Look at it lighten up. And it makes a Pidgey noise. All the Pokemon sounds are in this thing. I mean, it's nuts. It makes the noises, so you know. A lot like I like that about the PS4 controller, the speaker in it that says things. It's like you're on a headset when you're playing Call of Duty or you know what the hell, you know. It's like Pokemon Go, some direction, says Chit Chat Gaming. Mike, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here, sir. Ice Pirate says, how much was the ball? You can get the game with the ball. I think it was $99 with the discount. You know, you get a little bit less on that if you get 20%. But you're already getting a discount bundling them if you look at it like that. And I'm sure that Mike has played this already. A lot of people were on this as of midnight when they could download it. But yeah, I can't figure out why we're not fighting and we're just catching Pokemon, unless I'm going to sell them or mate with them or whatever we do with them. This is a little not traditional. We tucked a Pidgey in a bag, which I can't imagine is easy for it to breathe. Mike says, I have it, but haven't played. Been busy. I feel you, man. I've been out all day. We should have already streamed this hours ago. You got to remember to hold it straight up, too, because it's a ball. You'll be like this, and up is left all of a sudden. You got to keep it, you know, red side up like it's supposed to be. I don't want to sit here and fight Pidgeys unless I can really fight them. Who is this clown? You want to scrap? Nah, I don't want to talk about no ledges. I want to scrap. That's right, we're all the way back here now. Nice apron, Fruit Loops. Thanks for helping me out with that parcel. The Pokemon is a convenient chain selling all sorts of items. Please come visit us. You know how you can find Mr. Ed, Emceemur, replace Emceemur? Yeah. Did you see my Arcade 1-Up Centipede video? I have got that in my Watch Later file, sir. Because I intend to watch that. I want to see your take on the Arcade 1-Up. I would still like one. There's going to be Black Friday deals on it, but it just... I almost want to just hold on to my money. Southern Fried Gaming Expo will be here for you know it next year. And we've already committed to buy at least one cabinet and one pinball machine. And it's like, if I'm going to do that, shouldn't I just hold out for the real thing? I don't know. For the sake of modding one, though, and rodding it out, that'd be cool. Did you see that Hyperkin has their own Pokeball Plus? And look at Mike with all this intel. No, I did not. That's actually very interesting. You know, we tried the Hyperkin Mega Man controller, the X91. I mean, it was decent. Didn't feel that great after a while, but I mean, it was decent. I feel like this is going to end up, you know, resulting in some hand cramping, sitting here doing this number for too long, but I also feel like this is the definitive way to experience this game. Alright, it's getting real now. Rattata, we're duking it. So is it you find them, and then you catch them, but you battle with the other trainers? Is that what they've done here? Because I'm not sure I dig that. I want to be able to fight wild ones too. For those looking for a cheaper option, and I wonder how much cheaper it is, because you know it would have to be a lot cheaper. And as on a roll as I am with reviewing controllers here lately, I would be hesitant to drop money on that because you know it don't rumble like this thing does. If it even does. Maybe it does, I could be wrong, but this little thing is unbelievable. The sounds coming out of it, the feel to the rumble. I mean, a Switch owner has to have this. I mean, this is... You gotta have this. I certainly wasn't gonna do it any other way. Alright, here we are. You look pretty pleased about something, Mur. Your Pokemon might have lost its pee-pee. CM Retro Gaming has joined us. Welcome, CM. But yeah, that's interesting, Mike. I'm going to look into that. I'd be interested to see the retail on it and some information on that. I mean, you're supposed to be able to play this with two people, because, I mean, they were doing it in the commercial. I don't know how you would do that or what you would do. Because, again, this game has one save slot. Why are we at that on a console Pokemon game? Why have we not evolved? Here we are again with that word. A game about evolving. And it never evolved. They're just different colored shells plus a 3-pack. Oh, that's kind of cool, though, I guess. You can accessorize your balls. Can't say that that wouldn't make a nice stocking stuffer. Just remember, heal up after battles. Alright, I'll be sure to do that. And since that's advice that's probably wise to heed, let's take a look. Everybody looks fine. You can't really see that there's a button right here, but there is. That's your back button. Yeah, it's Nintendo, but boy, I get tired of saying that, you know, because it's common sense. Save files, dude. You had them on 8-bit games. You don't have them on this? There's some fools in this house that want to get down on this, and I won't have near the time to play it that they will. But I don't want them saving over my game either. Yeet! The Poke Center. Yeah, go ahead. Let's see what it looks like. They don't need the rest, but let's look at it. Well, that's as it should be, is it not? Your Pokemon should be all better now. They should be. Now, if you want to see the actual unboxing of the product, I have done that, and that will be uploaded to the channel later tonight. But of course, these live streams, you gotta kind of do them while the getting's good. So we wanted to go ahead and stream this tonight while everybody's still up. They charge no money. Okay. And it's funny, you know, because you talk to everybody, but it doesn't change much in these games. You get to a point where you almost feel like you're doing it for completion's sake, but you're not really getting anything out of it either. Whereas in most role-playing games, if you don't talk to everybody, you will miss out on something just absolutely, you know, the most important, of utmost importance, and you'll be forced to backtrack and find out what you missed. Pokemon just ends up like you talk to people, hey, I woke up this morning and I farted. And it's like, okay. And then you leave their house and go to the next house, and it's just not helpful information. It's useless information. I just want them to really put more depth that means something. Depth that means something. Again, I don't want to comb the crap out of Eevee's fur if it doesn't do anything. If the crap hinders her in some way, okay. From what I could tell on Sun and Moon, it did not. It was all just for the sake of like playing dress up. Again, like a silly phone app. John Rogers said, had to force stop YouTube and restart. Stream kept going down. Well, that sucks. I haven't seen any issues on my end yet, but hopefully there aren't any. I've got to buy some potions. This shop does good business in paralyzed heals, I've heard. Might ask her out on a date. A Poke date. I'm here to buy. How many potions we got? We got enough of all that. Thank you. Come again. Interesting. Okay, we've already been in there, I think. See, that was useless. Hey, you have a Pokemon. That's great. Yeah, I probably do have one, sir. And I don't think you just have a random when you're in it. I think you actually have to find a wild Pokemon come out at you. Sometimes Eevee will get down and sniff something and find a berry in a bush, kind of clue you in that, you know, okay, here we go. That something's there. Uh-oh. What do we got here? A wild Spearow. Well, we have to catch Spearow. Yeah, see, there's no option to fight. Well, we want to catch it, so... See, that wasn't spot on. It shines green when it's caught. And you can miss fire and it just, you know, you lose the ball or whatever, so... That seems to be pretty hard to do, though. And you get experience for it, of course, because it's the same. John Rogers says, no fighting seems boring. Yeah, I'm confused about it, man, because you fight when you take on another trainer. And maybe that's how they intended it. You just, oh, well, you're not going to fight the wild ones in this. But that's a huge change. If that, and again, I'm trying to be on the side of the people that want stuff to stay the way it is, even though that's not my opinion. Because again, I was a grown man by the time I saw a Pikachu. I didn't do nothing with this. I know all about it. We've had fun with the products in our home. My daughter has won Pokemon, you know, card tournaments. We're a Pokemon household, but not in the sense that I feel like this is my childhood and I have the right to weigh in on it and be an entitled gamer with it. I don't feel like I've earned that, but from an outsider looking in, from a guy that loves RPGs, from a guy, you know, I don't know what you're doing here. I just don't. And you don't want to try to catch every one either. And it's like, see, I have like 3 of these. Yeah, I don't want to catch another Rattata. I don't need one. So let's make this more interesting. We are going to go to our bag. Wait, no, we're not. We want to go to the party. We want to... No. Let's open the Pokemon box. Well, how do I do that if I don't have the dadgum... Is there another button I don't know about here? So this is most peculiar. I want to open the Pokemon box. But what is the Y button on this thing? Or is there one? Let's pull out the old instruction manual. We're here to review this controller most of all. I mean, there's plenty of places you can see gameplay. We gotta find out how to use this thing. This is the little box that it came in. As the muffler said to the drag pipe, I'm baffled. Let's find out what's going on here. Because, I mean, if you're telling me that there's no button, then why would you ever use this? Okay, this literally tells you nothing about the controls. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Well, again, so this is what I'm tired of. This is what I'm tired of. This is what I'm tired of, man. I gotta Google stuff to play your game because you didn't think it through. Captain says everybody and their brother is streaming this game. I'm sure they are. And I can't even type in Pokeball. It says Pokeball plus Y button. Nobody knows what it is. Nobody knows what it is. That's hilarious. So, you don't know what you're doing with your Pokeball. It's really simple to use. Not if you don't tell people. Okay, you can access it by shaking it. Well, there you go. Probably could have included that somewhere in the tutorial. At the beginning, when you pair it and set it up and say you want to use it, it tells you that stuff. But, I mean, instead, it could just say shake now since I've chosen. Again, I can tell you how in-depth the software is and why it shouldn't be vague about any of that. Yeah, everybody and their brother might be streaming this, but not the way Emceemur does it. Yeet! We're going to add Spearow to the party. But I want Eevee in there too. I just don't want all these Rattatas. Alright, that'll work. This is peculiar, man. I don't know. I don't know if I'm cool with this. I really don't. And it's like, I realize they probably couldn't program this for you to have an intimate relationship with every single one of the Pokemon. Like in this case, I want my front runner to be the Spearow, and I want to train it to be something. But you hoping to make it to the Pokemon League someday too? That's where you can battle the strongest of all Pokemon trainers. I mean, if you're only going to get XP... I mean, this is just weird, man. This is just weird. Absolutely weird that you don't fight wild Pokemon. Your player 2 is online, but the guard at the gate wouldn't even let me pass without any badge Pokemon gems. See, we know that. We know that. Now we're going to fight this clown again. Ice says, why no voice acting? Well, they've in the bigger cutscenes, you know, Eevee was making some noise and stuff like that. I don't know. This is like a really pretty version of the handheld games, but I don't understand why the change in dynamic while we're not fighting the wild Pokemon. Maybe they felt like that was weighing the game down, but there's really not much substance you can take out of these games when they're already requiring that more be put in from where I'm standing. I mean, alright, Spearow, get him. Wachaka waka. A sand attack. I mean, the animations are beautiful. The game is beautiful. It really is. And I'm excited about playing this only because, again, we hope for the resurgence of, you know, the excitement bringing this game to a new platform. Again, like playing X and Y on the 3DS, those games, I mean, that jumped what the Pokemon game was able to do graphically and everything else by leaps and bounds. And what's funny is, and that didn't hold up, because as soon as Alpha Sapphire came out, it's like, okay, well, let's play this on here now, because it's going to be, you know, this, but at that level. Couldn't finish it. Got so bored I fell asleep every time. I literally fell asleep playing it. Not in a good way either. Just couldn't finish it. Gave up. Traded it. Didn't want it. Didn't want it. And my daughter has really enjoyed playing Y. I played X. She played Y. We loved trading and doing the mystery trades online and all that stuff, and I hope that we'll see, you know, some really cool online action with this game too. Something to keep it interesting and to keep you coming back for more, because I can't for the life of me figure out how. Oh my god, see ya, Spearow, it's super effective. I didn't get you for that. Look at me thinking I was going to be all BA. Bring a Bellsprout in. You know he's packing some heat. A Vine Whip's fixing to come up in here. Watch this. Man, nuts to your quick attack. I got a Vine Whip coming at you. Waronkadonk. Waronkadonk. Bellsprout might be my Pokemon. I'm winning the whole game with a Bellsprout. And you know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're going to see that it's really balanced the experience only catching the wild ones. That speeds up the whole Pokedex completion. I could be way off base with that. They may have actually improved it. Because the more I think about it, I never completed the Pokedex. I just completed the games. It didn't hold my interest that long. It was fun catching the ones that I found. But you always have those moments where you overkill a Pokemon and then you can't catch it, and then you gotta go find another one. And maybe they just wanted to streamline that part of it. Maybe they thought that was taking some of the fun out of it, and that this streamlining would make this a better, more efficient system. Maybe it would be a little bit more climactic too, with fights being against trainers only. Again, it's hard for me to weigh in, man. And you know what? I'm glad to see that Switchcraft is here, because I know that he knows what's up with this game, and that he's going to give us a little bit of intel right now. If you don't watch Switchcraft, you should. He's a great guy. He does some cool things. as you might have guessed, with the Switch. So SK, since you're here, and we're talking about this right now, am I completely off base in saying that we're only fighting trainers Pokemon, that the ones you find in the wild you can just capture and that's it? And if that's how it is, because my god, that's different, what do you think about that? Where are you weighing in on that? Eevee seems to have a rivalry with Turds Pokemon. Oh, I could just about get a berry. Oh, I thought I got one. I'm about 20 hours deep. Captain said it just doesn't appeal to me. Seems super repetitive and a grind fest. Which, if you know, that's... I'm normally okay with that. But there's got to be a purpose behind it. And again, you know, when somebody like me that thinks you've seen one Pokemon game, you've seen them all. Again, after Pearl and after X, after Sapphire, I mean, I'm just like, I've had enough. I can't do this again. I mean, there's people telling me that, you know, with all the Skyrim remasters, God, I just can't do Skyrim again. And I hear that. But you can, and there's new things in there, and you can play it a different way. This you can. It's going to be point A to point B, and it's done. And that said, I'm still very excited about it. But here's this Rattata. I'm not going to be able to fight him. Captain, I did try to do that earlier. I'm obviously just not skilled enough to make this thing move in that way. So here we are at SK. I'm reaching out to you again. Why can't I fight this thing right now? I have to catch it. I don't want it. I don't want a Rattata. I already got one. If you're really going to streamline it that way, then just... I mean, I don't know. Why would you want another one? So, we're going to run away. I don't want a Rattata. You're 100% correct about only fighting trainers Pokemon. Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't crazy there. Because, I mean, let's talk... And while you're here, let's talk about that, too. I started this stream out by saying that I respect the Pokemon purists. I was a grown man before I saw a Pikachu, and I was just like, dude, what is this crap? No disrespect. I thought it was really awesome, but, I mean, it wasn't something I was going to play or anything. It seemed like it was for kids, and I wasn't one. So, I missed Pokemon. That was a generation past me. So what I'm saying is the people that are the true fans of this, that insist this game never change format, I almost have to let the baby have its bottle on that. If that's how y'all want this game, to never be open world and always be this, fine. I'm not going to step on your toes. You have a right to ask that of the people that make the game. But that's a big change. Are they okay with that? I don't even know if I am yet. Where I weigh in, I must say I'm getting used to it, and it's more fun to grind by catching than fighting. See, that's what I'm starting to wonder, if that's true, and if we've balanced the whole experience somehow by making it that way, then okay. I mean, that may completely change the game in a good way. Definitely more streamlined. Okay. Well, we know that now, moving forward. I mean, it just seems like that. I don't know if they ever really talked about that and anything leading up to this. And I'll admit I ain't had my finger on the pulse of it or anything. I mean, this has always been on my radar. Again, regardless of what I did with Pokemon or didn't do back in the day, we're a Pokemon household. We collect the cards. We play each other. You know, Molly's won a tournament before. She's really good. So they're excited about playing this too. But the main reason we're here tonight was to look at this little joker and how cool it is, man. And I gotta say, this thing is neat. And I knew that they would deliver, but I had no idea how wacky it would be, man. I mean, it starts doing stuff the minute you take it out. You hit the thing, it starts lighting up, you hook it in, dun, 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 and it's rumbling, and you can feel it in there. But just in case there's any doubt, there will be a full mainline Grindfest RPG Pokemon next year. That's interesting. You gotta wonder why they just didn't do that here. And how are they gonna have that ready that fast? I gotta wonder, but we'll be down to play it again. That's cool. That's cool to know. Again, you got to keep turning this thing red out because you'll be doing this and you can't figure out why you're not going up. I wonder if this will ever get rough on the hand. If it's ever going to be like, cramping up because you're grabbing a ball and you're not playing a controller. I still feel like though that this is key. I don't want you, Rattata. But I guess you want to catch them all anyway. If that's part of the grind fest, I'm probably doing myself a disservice here, right? I want the XP from catching it, even if I throw it in the trash can. Is it like fishing? We just catch them and let them go? Here's something. I found 5 Pokeballs. I guess it is like fishing. You just catch them and let them go. But then you're going to be buying a lot of Pokeballs at the Pokemart, right? And at that point, you're paying to grind. So I got to wonder, does that balance it? And I guess it probably does, because it feels like in any RPG, you end up with more money than you have cents at the end of it. You have to spend it on something. I think we've done all we can do here. Maybe we weren't supposed to go this way yet. An Oddish. Yeet. Yeet, Oddish. Yeet. Hi, how are you? That's super cute. Check your party in the main menu and choose a Pokemon to take out of its Pokeball, and it will walk around with you. Okay, well, thanks for doing it for me. I guess this is a gym or whatever? This Pokemon gym's always closed. Well, what in the world good does that do? I guess this will be the last one you come back to or something? I don't know. Shake the second controller to call in a support trainer. I see. Well, we're going to have to learn more about how that works. Obviously, we need a Pokemon that can cut. We're going to get in there. We don't have that. 8th badge. Spoiler alert. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. No more Pidgeys and Rattatas. We got to go in here. Couldn't they have made the girls look a little bit different? I mean, every one of them's a clone. It's almost creepy. It's a beautiful game. Maybe I am. We'll definitely get some heat here in the forest, right? Look at this guy. He wants some. You don't. Here's some Wurmples and Caterpies and all kind of stuff. Bug types. Choose a berry from your bag to use it. Okay. A berry that makes it slightly easier to catch a Pokemon. Okay, well, let's give him a berry. Oh, I gotta use it. I thought I gotta throw it at him. Alright, here we go. Oh, I gotta get ready again. I thought I was ready. Boy, I couldn't have been less ready. I do like seeing which Pokemon we'll encounter and being able to avoid them. That is good. I got a great. Lighten up. You caught a Caterpie. I want to pick the most pathetic Pokemon to beat the game with. Spearow's knocked out. We probably should have revived him first. Well, we'll just max out a Caterpie. Yeet a Weedle. These are the kind of Pokemons where if you get the card of it, you're like, oh god. Excellent. You gotta hear it. Ah, I love the sound, man. That's too cool. Yeah, this is cool, man. I think everybody in the house is going to be playing this. I know what I hate, and I don't hate this. This is neat. It's like there's always this instant celebratory feeling about a release of a new first-party product, and that's what this is. This is why you have a Nintendo Switch. I think that this is cool. We're going to have fun with it. Or maybe what Captain said. I don't know. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. Pidgey grew to level 7. Oh, we got a Weedle. He's got a stinger, alright. He might be our guy. He might be our guy. That might be our new guy. Does the ball begin to smell like Pokefeast? Right now it smells like new controller in a really good way. I hope that new car smell doesn't wear off anytime soon. Okay, before we get on to this chick, because I think she's going to want to fight, let's get in here. Return him to Pokeball, because he's dead. Molly always corrects me. He's fainted. I know. I say he's dead. Open the box. Where is my guy? Or my girl, according to that. It's a female Weedle. Add it to the party. And it just took out the wrong one, but okay. Change markings. I don't even know what that means. Beat the game with a Metapod. That's what I'm talking about, man. I want to beat this with a horrible Pokemon. Why is this still here? Okay. Oh, there's a Metapod. That's probably what you said. I didn't even see him there. Let's get a Metapod. Metapod's coming at you. Gonna give him a berry so he will be our friend. Give him a raspberry because there's lots of those. I don't want to give him a berry. We got not a lot of. We'll use one of these and it'll be what we want done. And we throw our ball. And we hit him in the head and we didn't do good, but we got him. No problem, Ice. We're just glad you're here, buddy. Alright, so we got a Metapod. We'll have tryouts. Let's see. I mean, I gotta admit, Metapod is tough, man. He probably brings some heat to the table. His indifferent stare, it just makes me instantly want to use him. Open this up. Look at him, yeet! Add to the party. We'll take that fainted Spearow out, although that's not really fair to him, but he needs to be healed up anyway, so it's cool. Metapod, we're going to move him up to the head of the class here. Weedle's going to be on backup. Why am I getting into this? It's happening now. I said he had to take a call. He might have stepped away for a minute. Well, what is that? That's like something real... There's like a shiny something or other over there, right? Something's going on, or is that just what they do when they're in the bushes? Hey, do you have a big Pikachu? Careful who you ask that to. Alright, here we go. Lass Joanna. She's cute, but she's going to feel the wrath of my Metapod. You gotta hand it to Pokemon. It's got, for an anime cartoon, you know, it's got its own style. Everything's got its own look. It's a very unique product. Alright, she's coming at me with Rattata. Metapod isn't scared. He's just gonna harden himself. That's not gonna do anything. He's a frustrating Pokemon. You can do it, Metapod. You can frustrate the Rattata into quitting. I hate it when you fight these kind of, it's like everything they do. Every time you hit one, it's like you're finally down to only doing 1 point of damage and you just want to end yourself having to play it. You can try to make my defense fall, but it ain't gonna work. Alright, so obviously Metapod needs to sit out a few rounds until he learns how to do something on offense. He's doing a great job on defense, so you gotta hand it to him. Yeet! SK went to edit some. SK, I'm glad you stopped by, man. I definitely wanted to bend your ear on what you were thinking on this one, because I knew you were big into it. I love the angles, man. We're really looking at this cool. This is, I mean, this is a joy just to look at, and that's a lot. We sometimes don't think about how much that is, because sometimes we're like, oh, you know, graphics aren't a big deal, but, you know, if it's ever lacking in other places, the graphics can really make or break a game. I'm not even saying that this is. Again, I gotta see what this new dynamic does to this game. Having played through multiple Pokemon games, regardless of whether or not I'm a die-hard fan of it, I really want to see what this is going to end up as. So here we go, the Poison Sting. I think Weedle's going to be the MVP. Drinks on me. Look at that. Wadoosh. Not a lot of damage. And then we're over here taking critical hits. So we're going to have to do a string shot. We're going to have to grapple him. We're going to have to wrap him up. That looks good. No speed for you. This girl thinks that she's winning the fight, and it's not going to happen now. Out comes Bellsprout. He ain't playing. And you know, when you think about it, you can't capture a trainer's Pokemon, so it's like they've just basically separated the fighting from the catching. It's an interesting concept. But I'd wager to say there may be people that... Oh my... Bellsprout for MVP. He's earned it. We're beating the game with him. We'll see what Metapod ends up doing. I think we're going to have a dream team of the 6 most pathetic Pokemon. Oh, look, she's really upset. The 6 most pathetic Pokemon. Wadoosh. So we got 3 Pokeballs. Last Joanna is just all in a tizzy. And I'm interested in why this one's all... It's tiny. So it's special? It's not shiny, it's tiny. That was not a good throw. Trying to get the ball right in the center there. Let's hear it. Nice. So it's a tiny one. And again, your XP is based on how good you throw it. And some other things, there's some other variables. We are joined by Cool as Robert Payne. Welcome, Cool as Robert Payne, to the tail end of our look at Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Again, we're going to have the unboxing to this. I've obviously already done it, or we wouldn't be playing, and that video is going to go up later on tonight. So you can watch me take it out of the box, for those of you that are into that sort of thing, and God knows people are. That's why we do it, and it's fun. Alright, so this one's got a extra small modifier. I don't know if that makes it worth more on the foreign market, you know, trading exotic pets or whatever. I don't know. But I imagine it'll say that's what it is. I'm trying to figure, and if Switchcraft was still here, I was going to ask him, what do we do with all these Pokemon after we catch them all? Because you know we're going to catch them all. I don't think we've caught a Pikachu yet. Let's catch one. I think in streamlining this, any player is going to be more likely to end up catching them all. We're going to give a raspberry to Pikachu. Although I don't think we were going to have any problems anyway. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Oh, I gotta get ready again. I'm sitting here thinking I'm ready and I'm not. I threw that way too hard. I think we gotta do a little throw here because it's so close. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works. If we sell these off or what do we do? Pidgey learned Mirror Move. And Bellsprout's front runner, man. He ain't playing. We got a Pikachu. You want some? Yep. One last battle before we conclude here. Bug Catcher Brian. He don't know what he's playing with though, man. He's got his Weedle, but he ain't even thinking about it. Oh no, we didn't want Metapod to come back out. I should have switched the order. That's gonna cost us. Look at me being a rookie trainer here. Not having the right one ready. Switch said you could trade in duplicates to Professor for candy. Well, we gotta do something with them, don't we? Alright. Vine Whip! Try some different moves on this fool if he can even survive long enough to... Okay, so that's not very effective. We're fixing to get poisoned up in here, and we don't want that. Let's try to wrap him up. The animations is the difference. I mean, that, look how awesome that was. That looked killer, and it really did some damage. Bellsprout's going to be the front runner. I'm here to tell you, he is my MVP. Growth. Oh, yeah, you don't want to mess with him now. Sorry, Bug Catcher Brian. That rap is still working on you. That's, Captain says, can you rename them? You can totally rename them. I don't know why I don't. I just never have. I think I like the names of Pokemon so much that to give them their own name, I just never have done it. I never have more than one of the same one usually, so I just leave them their names. Probably the only one in the world that does that. Sorry, Bug Catcher Brian, wasn't your day. Tomorrow won't be your day either. Guys, that's a look at not only this game, but most importantly, the Pokeball controller. And again, this is something that only Nintendo could have come up with. I mean, very cool. It really, again, to me, it's part of the whole experience here. I couldn't imagine doing this without this. With this being on the market, it just seems like it's just, oh, here's a shiny. Here's one that's something special about it. It's tiny. I guess it is tiny, isn't it? But yeah, I couldn't imagine doing this without the Pokeball controller. It just felt like that wouldn't be right, regardless of if it saved you any money or whatever. You don't have to have it. But isn't this kind of neat, throwing the Pokeball out? Let's hear it one more. Oh, I didn't catch it. Now you see it lit up red. One last piece of review material there. Hadn't even not been able to catch one yet, so I haven't seen it light up red. We're going to add a raspberry in here to the mix and make it look more appealing to the Pokemon, and then we're going to go ahead and catch him. Terrible throw, but we got him. I think we got him, right? Yeah, we got his butt. So that's going to do it for tonight's stream. I hope you enjoyed looking at the Pokeball controller with me. We'll get a extra close-up look at it and my reaction to pulling the thing out in the unboxing video that'll be up on the channel later on tonight. Lots more coming your way from the Emceemur show this weekend. Lots to do. I'm absolutely buried in content, videos, unboxings. Things are going to come your way before this weekend is up. So much to do, so little time. Still got to bring it all to you. Still got to bring it all to you. We got our SNK collection finally that was lost in the mail. We got to look at that. We got to play those games. Can't wait to sink my teeth into all the greatness in that collection. Can't wait to play some more of this. Hope you like this game. Hope that you're at home playing this game. Hope you're thinking about going out to buy the game. Hope you're going to buy with the Pokemon controllers. So you can have the entire definitive Pokemon experience in your very own home with your Nintendo Switch in this brand new game. Let's Go Eevee, or if you choose, Let's Go Pikachu. I hope that you like this video. I hope most importantly you're going to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the Emceemur show if you've not already done so. Be a part of Mer Nation. We're rising up all the fantastic things that we're doing here on the channel you need to be a part of. Make sure that you click that notification bell so you are the first to know when all this great content goes live. Fantastic stuff. Look at Blaniac coming in here at the tail end. I'm sitting here trying to sign off and Blaine comes in. I got to talk to Blaine for a second. Blaniac. Early impressions, I think we may have a winner here. I was really taken aback by the change in balance here, that we're only capturing wild ones and fighting trainers Pokemon. That's different. But now that I have had a chance to really digest that really may streamline the whole experience. This may be a more fun Pokemon game to play. Plus, like we talked about earlier, like SK brought up, you can see them. You can avoid the ones you don't want. This is more approachable. This is probably going to save you time. This may just be more fun, you know. Well, and if you think about picking it up, rewind this thing, see what you can do with this little jewel, because I really think this is key. This is part of it, man. This is a really neat experience. So again, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you've liked the video, and make sure that you tune in for more great action on the Emceemur show. Signing off for this impromptu live stream, and I will see each and every one of you again next time.